get that. Sit. Time being 7 o'clock, I call the Hastings City Council meeting to order. We will please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and after that, we would stay standing, please, for a moment of silence for a past employee of the City of Hastings, Butch Stephen Kane, who passed away recently. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and welcome. Let the roll reflect that a full quorum is here tonight. Welcome, everyone. Council members, are there any corrections to the meeting from the October 21st meeting? Okay, no corrections. Approval of, let's see, comments from the audience. Is there anyone wishing to speak to the audience at this time? Anyone on Zoom? Anyone wish to speak to the council at this time? Okay. Council items to be considered. Any else council items to be considered, council?
Your Honor.
Yes.
The Finance Committee just had a meeting, and we would like to add a Community Investment Fund memo to the agenda.
Okay. Which, council, that would need a full motion, and we have a first on. Councilmember Verichoff, second. All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. And that motion, or that will be put under administration number 2, under community investment. Council, I would accept a motion for the consent agenda. Councilmember Lawrence and Councilmember Liefeld, second. Any discussion, council? All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. All right. Then moving under administration, tonight we will have a PFAS update, as it is our first meeting of the month. And Mr. Waticha, our city administrator, will give us an introduction. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you, Mayor. Although I think it's important that we do an update on a monthly basis, there isn't really a whole lot new this month to update. So highlighting the couple of new items, we have a city council workshop on legislative priorities coming up in 2 weeks on the 16th, I believe. How about the 18th? The math is wrong, the 18th. On the 18th, that meeting will, although include many topics, will certainly include discussion about state bonding bill or other potential efforts towards seeking additional funding towards the PFAS mitigation project. So certainly high on our minds. It was our number 1 priority last year. I expect it's probably still our number 1 priority this year, but worth noting that that is coming up in 2 weeks. The other item, which council voted support of, the final decision would not be till December, but voted support of a couple of weeks ago, was to do a 2-step water rate increase, 10% January 1st, and a second amount to be determined July 1st. The thought for that second amount being, depending on 3M settlement funds or other funding, construction costs, that dollar amount might, or the percentage amount might vary. So waiting till we get closer to that amount, that date, before finalizing that second increase. Though That January increase, 10%, that's recommended on an average residence with 15,000 gallons of use per quarter would be about a $4 increase per quarter. Obviously, although average is a standard to use, there are people that use less, there are families that certainly use more, but it's a benchmark that people can measure off of. Although that was discussion 2 weeks ago on October 21st, the part that's happened since then was kicking off some of our communications plan around that. So we sent a postcard to all residents. The utility bills will have an insert in them. So the ones that just went out last week have an insert. The ones that go out 1st of December will have an insert. So as we work through that quarter cycle, everybody will get an insert with additional information. Excuse me. The website also has been updated with FAQs. So those are the new pieces on PFAS, preparing for a new legislative session and communications about the water rate increase, proposed water rate increase.
Thank you, Dan. Council, any discussion? No motion or anything, just a discussion. Okay. Thank you, Council. Community Investment Fund that was just added to our, under administration. Would you like to give us a little update, Dan?
Sure. The Community Investment Fund is a budgetary line item that we've done the last few years. It's a chance for the city to partner with community organizations to do some extra projects identified by outside organizations to benefit the community and add some enhancements. We typically do it early in the spring, but if there's leftover money, we take additional applications throughout the year. So we had 2 applications here towards the end of the year. Finance Committee met 2 weeks ago and then had some follow-up questions, met again tonight, and reviewed those 2 applications and have recommendations towards funding towards those. The first application is design for a new mural on the Quarry Tap House building. As you know, the stucco on that is being replaced, lost a mural in the process. The building owners would like to put up a new community mural. Their thoughts are to, over the winter, do some planning, design work. So if they hypothetically found 3 or 4 muralists that they might want to work with, have each of them do a mock-up of what that design might look like. And in order to get good design, somebody is going to put some time and effort to it, pay them for their time. So the recommendation is $3,000 in order to work with those potential muralists on the design. Excuse me, would not be surprised if in the spring, when it's thoughts for a mural itself, we see a full application towards that, but this gets the process started. That recommendation is $3,000. The second application was from Rotary, also in partnership with the Hastings School District. Rotary, for a number of years, has run a Cycling Without Age program where they have trishaws to ride primarily senior citizens around town and a chance to get out and see some events or just socialize. They are looking for a new and more permanent home for the trishaws, a place that they can store them, keep them out of the weather, be able to maintain them, do work on them. They have talked with the school district industrial arts program about actually having students build the garage and the school district providing land to site it next to the Tilden property. That project is estimated somewhere around $35,000 in total. The committee's recommendation is $6,000 of funding towards that. It helps them get started and anticipate that they would be finding other funding sources additionally. That one possibly would come back again in the spring also when we do the 2025 round of funding. So with that, I can take questions, or the committee certainly could too. But recommendations are $3,000 and $6,000, total of $9,000, and it's within budget.
Thank you, Dan. Council discussion, any discussion, council? Any comments from the committee? Councilmember Fox?
Sure. We are always thrilled when community organizations come to us with partnership ideas, and this is a really effective way for us to support some of the really incredible programs in our community. So we're grateful for the Rotary and all the work they do, and we're grateful for the Quarry to be investing in an historic building to beautify and make sure that our downtown is delightful. I would make a motion to approve this action.
Thank you, Councilmember Fox, and a second by Councilmember House. Discussion, council. Okay, all those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. And that motion prevails. Thanks, Dan. Council members, do you have any announcements? Okay, I do have a few. City offices will be closed Monday, November 11th, in observance of Veterans Day. There are several events in town in recognition of Veterans Day. River Valley Band hosts its annual Veterans Day concert at the middle school auditorium on Sunday, November 10th. Please bring a non-perishable food item to benefit Hastings Family Service. Following the concert, the VFW Post 1210 will hold an open house at its new location on Glendale Road. And if you don't know where that is, it's the old Extreme Sandbox building. They have moved there. The annual VFW Legion Veterans Day Dinner is Monday, November 11th at the 2nd Street Depot. Meetings, Monday, November 4th. After this council meeting, council members, we do have a workshop on cannabis. Thursday, November 7th, 9:30 a.m., the Great River Rail Commission is meeting. Tuesday, November 12th at 4:30, there's a canvassing meeting. 7 p.m. that same day, Tuesday, November 12th, is Planning Commission meeting. Wednesday, November 13th, 6 p.m., Arts and Culture Commission. 7 p.m., Administrative Committee. Thursday, November 14th, 6 p.m., there's a HEDRA meeting. Monday, November 18th, we have a 5:30 p.m. City Council workshop on our legislative priorities. And after that, at 7 p.m., we have our regular meeting. With that, I would ask for a motion to adjourn. So moved. Councilmember Pemble and Councilmember Lawrence. No discussion. All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. We are adjourned.